Hi.
There's a babe.
What's going on?
Friday Night Pints, week 2, brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka and a little ditty I like to call Pink Whitney.
Oh.
So if you're joining us for happy hour, we shall be. I got a little shot glass here.
Oh yeah, you really got a bachelor pad, huh? Shot glasses.
Oh yeah, well this is actually a sippy cup for my children, so so call it what you will, sure.
That's unbelievable, dude. I'll tell you what. I look like an idiot. I love these things. It's like Saturday morning, I start looking forward to Friday Night Pints again. This is a real hoop.
This is really this is one of our better rackets ever, where it's just like, well, we're gonna get paid to drink now, and especially now in the quarantine, everyone's been saying how weekdays, weekends, none of it matters, but now that there's actually something to look forward to on Friday becomes a thing again. The weekend's here. Friday Night Pints is here. So I'm live in the fort. I got my whole fort set up going.
Wait, go back again to the other way, the first way? Yeah, you got is that a TV? What is that? What's the skyline? Is that a real skyline?
No, it's just like I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's giving the little ambiance,
I thought maybe from Mount Vernon you could see the skyline of New York City. I'm not good with
no, sir.
We've established this.
No, I am firmly in the hood. There is no skyline views or anything of the sort. So
I thought you had the most beautiful apartment ever. I was like, what a view he's got there. Those twin towers, beautiful.
Look, it's just now it's like whatever's on. Yeah, no, not great. It's better than your one broken light in the back there, though.
Yeah, one day I'm going to change it. But if I change it, actually, it's better that it's out, because if I change it, it just looks ridiculous. I have this bright light behind me.
No, leave it just as is, babe.
I told you there was one time, and I'll probably do the same thing in this apartment. There was one apartment once where I refused, just kind of like a game with myself. I refused to buy new light bulbs before I moved out. So I was like just basically carrying a light bulb with me every room I went into. So I was like, I'm not changing these light bulbs. I'm going to get a full rent out of these light bulbs.
You take it with you? Like take it, put it on the light?
It wasn't a regular, that's an exaggeration. It wasn't a regular thing, but I'd move it from occasionally I'd move it from the bathroom to my bed, closet or bathroom to my bedroom. I didn't have a lot of lights to go around. So let's just say that. That
is some broke boy shit right there. All right, so we got a monster lineup for you. Starting off with our CEO, Erica. And here's the deal. Every time someone joins the show, we're doing a shot of Pink Whitney. So we've got about 6 guests.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a solid power hour. So we got Erica. We got the editor-in-chief, Kmarco. We're going to bring Grinnell in to represent the Chicklets boys, since we are, in fact, sponsored by Pink Whitney, New Amsterdam Vodka. We got Chaps and his better half. So we'll have a little our first couple edition on Friday Night Pints. We got the chicks in the office, and then a special surprise guest, our first external guest for Friday Night Pints. Which I think
the mistake on Twitter has been is it Taylor Swift coming? No, it's not Taylor Swift.
No, it's definitely not Taylor Swift. But your boy got the like from Taylor Swift on what I think is maybe my favorite piece of quarantine content so far. That video, the first one was great, but your rendition, when you grab your head and pull it on, oh my God, I'm so mad I didn't do that. I'm pissed off you did it first.
That's Nikki. That was all Nikki. He's a genius.
So wait, how does that work? You do the dance first, and then he just does the head thing?
Yeah, he does the whole head thing. I danced like an idiot for a minute. That was all I did.
That is so great. If you haven't seen it, go check out. It's on Feits' Twitter. And then Taylor Swift, 0 follows, 100 million followers, and she threw out that little heart for your boy.
I tell you what, Ken, and this is dead serious. This is crazy that I even thought this. When I tweeted that, I thought she might. Taylor Swift is very much online, and I tweeted that being I bet Taylor's going to see this. I knew that was the one that when it hit the bat, you were like, this is a fucking home run.
You did a Babe Ruth, babe. You called your shot.
No, because it wasn't. It was as soon as I tweeted it. So I'd already made contact, but I was just I'm sure that felt fucking good.
That flip.
Yeah, right on the sweet spot.
Now we debated, because I saw some people, the haters are out saying, don't get your hopes up. That's just her PR team. That's just her manager who runs her Twitter. I don't know about that.
Taylor, from what I understand about Taylor Swift, she's a very, very much online person. And I feel like if PR team was running it, they'd be favoriting a lot more. Like the last thing she favorited was 3 days ago.
Not active at all.
The Kim and Kanye stuff. I think it was her. And guess what? If it wasn't, I still think it was her. So suck my dick.
Yeah, really. I mean, so you got the picture with her. You got to hug her. You got a favorite.
Yeah, the hug was one of the most not heart-wrenching. I'm trying to find the word here. But most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done, because as I've explained before, her bouncer was like, "You gonna hug her?" And I said, "No, sir. I'll do no such thing." And he went, "Nah, she's a people person. Give her a hug." And I was like, "This dude's just looking to get some reps in. Like he wants me to go in there open-armed so he can fucking smoke me from behind, have it on camera." But I went in for it, and she reciprocated. We had a nice little hug, great picture. So yeah, I mean, today she technically gave me her heart.
Well, and that wasn't she also? Didn't somebody like grab her ass? Wasn't somebody like a scumbag giving her a hug?
Yeah, radio DJ. I forget where, but a radio DJ somewhere.
So I don't want to have to pat you on the back for not being assaulting a girl, but you did the right thing there, John.
I was hesitant to flat out hug her. It was one of those like you announce like, "Hey, I'm coming in for a hug from 15 feet out." Like you make know what your intentions are. Give her plenty of time to kick you in the dick if she wants to.
But listen, that also means that you gave off enough of a vibe to that bouncer that you weren't a scumbag,
Which is shocking, because if you look at me, that's not the vibe I give up.
Not at all. Especially back then. You were primo douchebag mode back then,
I remember when I first posted that picture of us, someone had a hilarious comment where they just go, "It looks like you two just got off planes from completely different climates." Because she's in like a sundress, and I'm in like a winter jacket. Yeah. And to be fair, she was inside at Gillette Stadium, and I was coming from outside where it was cold and raining. So we kind of did just come from different climates. But the two of us like juxtaposed next to each other does look very funny. And shout out to me using juxtapose. I love that word.
That is such a fake smart person word. Even dumb people know juxtapose.
It's my only one. It's the same thing I keep saying with the fucking Black Plague, where the Black Plague brought up on the Renaissance. This is going to be our next one. That's the only thing I can add to any conversation right now. People are like, "Yeah, it's crazy out there." Like, "Yeah, well, fucking Renaissance is coming."
And what's your fact about Prague? It was untouched by the war or something?
Oh, you remember that one, don't you? Yeah. Only major city in Europe not affected by the bombs in World War II.
Such a good fact. That's great material for happy hour, which is what we're doing here. Friday Night Pints. Let's bring in our first guest. It is our CEO, Erica.
Oh, shit.
No.
Hi.
Bottoms up.
Hold on. I have the old pink Whitney, but I'm
look how pink yours is, John, and look at hers. It's like clear. Here's the CEO.
My grandfather was like a Mason, and these he died, and everyone in our family like took all the good stuff, and I was like, I'll just take the shot glasses.
Wait a minute.
What I did with my grandfather. I blogged my favorite glasses the other day. I'm keeping that good content coming, and I have one that says JHF, like laser engraved on it.
Yep.
Actually, not my initials, my grandfather's. Well, they are my initials, but it's not my name. They don't stand for.
Wait, Nardini, show me that glass. Put it up to the camera.
It's a cool glass. So
we just did it.
So when the Masons would go visit each other, they would give each other shot glasses. So he would collect, like, this is like from Winooski Lodge, which was like his place.
Winooski Vermont?
So my grandparents die. Everyone like, I want the house. I want the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'll just take the like Mason shot glasses. Thank you so much.
Everybody has favorite glasses though. Everybody.
This is a legit glass.
And then you also have the glasses you hate that like, if I was dying of thirst, I wouldn't drink from it just because
Feits has been going through this. It's like the glass you never touch. You're like, it's bad luck. I'm not going to touch it.
I'll just use the sink instead.
I was making fun of ESPN the other day. Max Kellerman and Stephen A. were arguing about, shout out. Great hat, Erica. Great hat. Fuck off hat is primo. But I was making fun of how desperate they were for content. They were arguing about like George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali, something crazy. And so I was like, oh man, ESPN's fucked. And then I got a text from a guy who said, your co-host just blogged his favorite cups around the house.
Oh, totally.
You know what? My boy probably got more clicks than your fucking argument did.
I saw that come through, I get the alert. I'm probably the only person on the planet that has. I have a notification for every blogger in our app, which I think no one knows how to do. But
Yeah.
so I'm like, ooh, Feidelberg just like it's like Jordy just wrote a post. So, like at like 7 o'clock at night or something, and it was like the stack rank of the cups at my house.
I got some real one. I got to show the world.
And everyone's giving me so much shit because I was such an asshole before coronavirus when I was like, coronavirus, whatever. And I was like, we're going to eat everybody's lunch this week. And I'm like, this is the shit we're talking about. Let's eat your cabinet.
How's the running coming?
Oh, it sucks. I'm like so depressed that I started this thing.
Yeah, that was
On day one, I was so optimistic. I was like, this is great. I'm going to get in shape. I can't wait. And then I was like, day 3, I was like, and then day 8 or day 9. And I'm just like, I can't keep up with you.
Well, I think we're going to have a real a dichotomy between the fit people.
Oh, and the fat people.
We're going to get either fat or I think when we get back to the office, God knows whatever that's going to be.
I'm in like a large fight with Kelly Babstock. You know who she played? She played on our team. She's a beast. She's awesome. And she's like, I gave you the 20 push-up challenge. And I was like, yeah, I saw it.
I ignored your 20 push-up challenge. Yeah, Feits is all about Feits is like, I'm thriving. And I was like, so am I. And he was like, I'm working out and eating healthy. And I was like, oh, I'm eating donuts. I'm not.
No.
My definition of thriving is different than yours.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. Like, I feel like today I was very anxious. I don't have high anxiety. I'm not like an anxious person. Sorry, I have a puppy and just like won't shut
Wait, you got to show him. You got to show him to the people. What kind of a lunatic in the middle of a quarantine pandemic goes and gets a new fucking dog, you lunatic?
Well, that's why I think it makes sense. You got time to train it now.
You know what?
Look at
this thing.
Now, here's the thing, Feits. Currently, no name.
Well,
he
it's
does not have
his fault that there's no name.
So we gotta at least.
I wanted to name him Tuca, and then I literally went online that night, and you were like, Tuca's gonna get traded. Like, this sucks.
He's gonna retire.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's better. I feel like a trade would be different because if he goes to another team and you have to like play against him. But if he retired, I mean, he's been good. He's good.
He's always been. I mean, he's a goalie. Goalies are weird. I think he's young 30s. He's not retirement age. I mean, he could retire, of course, but he could keep playing if he wants to. I think he's always kind of been, I think he's one of those guys who it's like, I happen to be really great at this sport. I don't know if I even like it though.
Mm-hmm. Look at this dog. He is so awesome.
Right. I think he's like, I could be a carpenter if I wanted.
Yeah. So why don't we just go with Untitled, the dog's name?
What?
Just go with Untitled.
Untitled, the dog.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not listening. What is that?
We'll just have him be untitled.
Untitled.
That's the dog.
I think untitled is like a fine thing. Like, just call him dog. Like,
hey, dog.
Kevin, how are you? What's going on?
I mean, it's tragic, and I don't like that people are dying and stuck and in harm's way. But I am loving quarantine life. It's good for this. I'm made for this. We're coming up with new ideas. We're rolling out new content. I'm living in a fucking fort, Nardini. I couldn't be happier. So
you in like one of those coolers, the coolers where you go when you like don't have your own cooler and your budget, you go to the beach and you like shove all your shit in the thing you buy from like the 7-Eleven. Is
that I just hook a fan up to it, it inflates, and it's like I got air conditioning, I got a beanbag chair. I just love it. I mean, I might come back.
Indoors.
Yeah, like if we go back to the office.
Kevin hates the outdoors so much he puts himself indoors.
I'm double indoors.
How do you think about how we're doing? Like, what do you think we're doing well, and what do you think we're not doing well?
I think that live streams are just like the new thing, and I think everybody who's going live is going to be ahead of the game. So I hope that we keep doing more of that. I don't know. I guess you would probably know better what we're doing poorly, but I don't think.
I think the content's been awesome.
Yeah,
I thought the conversations today, I thought the conversation with your guys today was awesome about like more live, more like how are people filling their time?
Do you think enough stuff's getting to the blog?
Other people making smart stuff during this time,
Do you think enough stuff gets to the blog, Erica?
I mean, I'm always a bitch for the blog, so
that was the one thing I was thinking with Dan. Dan had a good email today where I do think a lot of people are doing a lot of interesting things on social, and I don't. The blog is I feel like people don't pay as close. The writers don't pay as close attention to the blog as usual because there's so much other stuff going on.
You guys are. First of all, you two understand this world in Barstool where you never had a place. And I think that's what's so, I had to write my February update today, like a business update. And it's like, I'm always like, we're winning. It's the best. Like, we're fucking 100% above goal. And now, we're getting hammered, which is, I've never had to say before. Right. But it's like, the thing that I said was that I think the thing that is so different about us is that you guys were not defined by having a studio. You guys never had studios. You never had crowds. You never had audience. You actually had nothing.
Right.
All of you, Dave, Kevin, John, you, Dan, Keith, all you guys had nothing. All you had was time and your brains.
Right.
And the desire to make comedy. And I'm the thing that sets us apart is that ingenuity of I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. We're going to talk about stuff. So I feel so good about that. I think that the advertising market is obviously collapsing, but my thing is if you're trying to sell detergent or home, everyone's home, everyone's miserable. You can't go out. You're drinking a lot. You are on a conference call all day long. You are trying to self-care in the middle of it. It sucks. So if you have a product for that, we're the fucking best place for it. So how do we tell that story and how do people think about it differently? I just think that's so cool. But it's cool.
I mean, I was a little bit concerned about people who started recently who are used to studios, producers, engineers, cameramen.
I'm so annoyed.
Screens and all that. And if that's not a knock on them, because if that's what you started and that's what you're used to, you would probably be lost without all of it. Whereas I think for me, I took about 24 hours to snap back to 7 years ago. And I was just oh, I know how to do this. This is what I did for so long. So
I think it's a good time too for all the people who don't usually write. We always talk about how people should be if you're new to the company, you should be blogging more because it's just a good way to get your voice and find your voice. And now, there are always times where it was in the office between interviews and all kinds of stuff, it was harder to find time to blog. Mm-hmm. It's been so much easier now. I think that absolutely everyone.
Totally. You guys are blogging. Dan's blogging. Our busiest people are blogging. And my thing that's cool about now is that I talked to Dan about this last night, is that if you were shy, if you had inhibition about sharing whatever weirdo idea you had, now's the time. Because honestly, nobody's looking and you could actually find audience with it. We should be taking some risk on stuff. So I'm very optimistic about us.
I think the bar is so low, and not to say that you should just put out bad content, but people right now are so bored that if you got a quirky, weird idea, just put it out there because they're going to give it a shot. They're going to watch a couple extra minutes or read a little bit longer.
Totally.
They got nothing else to do. So speaking of the blog,
I'm getting kicked off. I get it.
Well, no, hang on for 1 second, because when Keith comes in, then you talk for a little bit.
Transition?
Yeah, listen, I got it. You let me direct traffic, okay? Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Let's bring in editor-in-chief Kmarco.
You're just chirping me.
Yeah.
Yes.
All that shit.
There he is.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
I'm so excited to talk to you guys. How is everyone doing?
So long, Keith?
Cheers.
Yeah. No shit.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, Whitney, what's up?
Bro, I was so excited to talk to you guys. I've never wanted to talk to anyone ever with my mouth out loud. I'm excited. Talk to me. Say something.
Just paint the picture, John. Let me paint the picture for everybody. So
say whatever you want.
So I was getting everything set up, and we have all new people to Friday Night Pints today. And the one thing I forgot to tell them was that you have to have Google Chrome to do this. So I sent a group chat, John. It was Erica, Keith, Chaps, Rhea, and Fran. And I just said, hey, guys, make sure you have Google Chrome. Keith and Chaps must have sent 65 text messages to this group text. Like, I mean, these guys are so desperate to talk to someone right now.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You've been trying to kick me off, Keith. I think that's shocking.
Yeah, Keith was like, get out of here.
What?
Yeah, he's like, shut the fuck
Yeah, I mean, No, I mean, I said it nicely. You're just over your time. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Keith, while we still have Erica here, she said she's always a bitch about making sure the blog is full. Are you getting more, as the editor, are you seeing more shit flowing through?
Yeah, hell yeah. Blogs are up like crazy. And like nobody has anything to do, so they're just putting blogs up. And we're getting, like, Kevin, you did some, Big Cat did some, and then the regular guys are just doing like double what they normally do. I've been like working all day with their blogs. I had time to, and it's awesome. They're actually blogging better. I think that this like isolation driving them a little crazy. They got out of their heads, and I barely have to like change it. I mean, these things are usually fucking disaster. Big T, dumb Ethan. It's just like crazy fixing everything. But it's good. It's bringing the best out of everyone.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give Erica one more question before we let her run, because Lord knows she's got so much to do. By the way, I don't think I've gotten a chance to do anything with you publicly yet. Learning how much you did over the past, 18 months or whatever to get that deal done, so much shit that went on behind the scenes that I don't think anybody, probably other than Dan and Dave, knew how much you were doing. So thank you for that, because
that's nice.
I think there was probably a million times where bothering you, asking questions, not realizing like you were pulling off the fucking heists of the century. So thank you for that.
We'll do it behind the blog though, yeah?
What's that?
We'll do it behind the blog or something.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to talk about behind the blog, so we'll get it all out there. But my last question for you is, does it feel weird at all, being that it's like a tragedy right now, but I feel like it's opportunity, and sometimes I feel like a scumbag because of that. But it's like, from a business point of view, it kind of is, right? There's a chance to like
totally
do new stuff and find new markets and all that kind of shit.
I think I'm very stressed. I'm stressed. Like, the economy is cratering, which affects us. But the thing that like I live for you guys. Like, I live for you guys. Like, I love you guys so much. And I think the way you attack everything and you think about things and you create things, it is just so inspiring. And I think that at the end of the day, like, when I die early of like cancer, because I held it all in and like I tried to be
Jesus Christ.
Like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it's like a weird time. But like, I feel like my job is to hold the world back so that you guys can feel the way you feel about your lives and sports and content and the stock market and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think that it is a huge opportunity. Like, I look at most media companies and they're silent. They're literally silent. Like, they're playing classics. They're doing like anemic content, but like, you guys are inventing, like, honestly, I have a whole thing that just tracks new shit people create every day. And like, I don't know any other company right now that has a thing that tracks new shit people are doing every day. And it could be like glasses in my cabinet, or like Marty Mush trying to put a like golf ball in like a gumball machine. Like, it's not like hybrid.
We're literally like pandemic proof. Like, any disaster that happens that shuts everyone down.
And you three get this more than anyone at Barstool. I mean, not more than, but like Dave, Dan, like your crew, your generation gets, you guys never had anything. You literally, I was saying this to Kevin before we started, like, you never had anything. You never had a studio. You never had HQ1. You never had HQ2. You never had HQ3.
Erica, we had each other.
You had
back in the old days, we had to walk uphill both ways. It was
not each other, but we all fucking hated each other. We were at each other's throats.
Totally.
I didn't know we hated each other. I didn't hate.
Yeah, that was news to me as well, Keith. I don't know what that was all about.
Well, not you. Well, all right.
Well,
We thank you
talk-
for joining. Go do your thing.
Bye, Erica.
Take care of that pup, all right?
Out of here.
See ya. Thank you,
You're
love.
off. You're off. See ya.
All right, Keith is back.
What's up?
This
What's
is
up?
like your triumphant KFC radio return in a way.
I don't care. I just want to hang out.
How
Hang out.
much-
Say something. Talk, whatever you want to talk
How long
about.
did it take you to- I mean, I know you busted out the big boy shirt for this. I know that Australia shirt. That's Keith's, like, it's game time.
Yeah.
shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like you getting dressed.
Second time wearing. Yeah, I wear it for big occasions. The second time wearing it. I donated a good amount to the Australia wildfires. It took like 60 days to get here. When it came, I didn't know what it was for. But Australia, I'm a big supporter.
We're like 3 crises past Australia by the time you got that. I think we almost did World
Probably
War.
still. I think it's still going. It's probably still going.
Australia's still going. That must be
Probably. They said it wasn't going to be done.
If you're like in a
Whatever.
the crisis is.
Let's not talk about pandemics.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
Well, no, but seriously, like, could you imagine right now if you're like you got some other tragedy to deal with? Everyone's like, don't care, whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah. Not
They had some lady was on the news today, and she's like giving birth in 3 days, and so they were talking the whole segment. I don't know why I was watching it, but it was like how nervous she is to have a baby, like in literally the worst time you could possibly do it. And I don't know how you do that. It's like overwhelming just sitting in this apartment, let alone like having to bring a human life into the world.
yeah, but you know what? I've been telling people this. I got a shout out to the Big Wheeze. He just had twins. A couple other people I know just had babies. Your life sucks so much anyway when that happens, and you live quarantined anyway. You got to worry about germs. You're not leaving the house. You can't have people over. So you kind of live quarantine life anyway. If there's ever a time, you might as well just do it now. At least everyone else is doing the same thing. You're not going to have any FOMO or anything. You're just going to be at home taking care of your kid. Coley's doing it right now. Coley said he's furious because he was looking forward to 2 weeks of paternity leave, and now the whole world is doing paternity leave. So it's like special. So I mean, there's silver linings to all of it. How you
guys been doing? I talked to John a lot. I haven't really talked to you, Kevin.
Bro, I was just saying, I feel bad that it's other people's misery, but you know me. I love this shit. Hopping back on G-chatting with you guys, that green dot, those boop, boop, boop.
You're a little distant. You're a little distant on it. You're not like consistent like you used to be. I honestly just stopped looking at you on that because it was more disappointing than.
See, I think I said it last week, and I think we're all still finding our G-chat rhythm. Like we knew each other's schedules before to a T. Like I knew when you were masturbating, straight up. Like, I was like, all right, Keith just got his GTA ready. He's gonna need 15, 20 minutes. Like, I was fucking down to a science with everyone.
You know what they don't have anymore is the green dot and the red dot and the like orange clock if you were away. That would be like then I knew.
Great. You're never on. Like, I have to go search for you. You're never like available.
So maybe I'm just like not even logged in or something.
No, I don't mean you. I mean Keith. Keith's always great. Kevin, you go.
Oh, really?
Keith's always great. I gotta go scrolling for you.
Yeah, so fuck you, Keith.
Really?
You don't know how to.
Is that just from being active? Because I'm on it. It never goes off on my computer.
I have a feeling you got
whatever. We text. We text. We evolved to texting. I don't care about your rules. I'll leave you string text all day. If I have a thought, I'm gonna text it to you, and it's gonna build up. And I don't care.
I'll tell you what. This has been the first night, and I'm sorry for bragging about being cool. Like, people are starting to go a little haywire. I have had, now granted, we had the Taylor Swift thing. Some people reached out for that. But I've had 50 text messages tonight. Everyone is string texting me. I'm losing my goddamn motherfucking.
Everybody, if you have John Feidelberg's phone number, string text him. We're going to break you.
John, did you see my response tweet?
Yes, thank you very much. Taylor actually told me she was very impressed with that.
The one I had before that was the single meanest thing I've ever written.
If
I had sent it, it would be the meanest thing I've ever done. It was like a Kim Kardashian, like they both would have unfollowed you and like canceled you. They would have sent the army after you.
For one of your previous Taylor takes, you mean?
I was just gonna go full Kim K on him, but I went with the nice route because this is not a time to lose a friend. This is not a good time to lose a friend.
No. I was very worried when the Taylor like came through. I was like, if Taylor's doing any other digging, she's gonna find several takes from me and a lot of Barstool Sports not exactly being kind to T Swift.
Yeah, but I've been carrying that torch. I never, again, in my apology to her, I regretted never sticking up for her on this very subject.
Right.
But she's had someone in her camp at Varsity Sports the whole time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think she's hurting for fans, but I think we were not exactly the nicest at times. We also, did you see anybody watch Pete Davidson's stand up? We got.
No, I heard it wasn't good.
We'll bring in Chaps now because he flat out brings up the butthole eyes in the middle of his special. He's like, yeah, like this person got this person got that. I got called butthole eyes by barstoolsports.com. So we bring in Pappy Chaps now and his better half.
And at my wife.
Chaps and Mrs. Chaps.
It's at my wife. She's here.
What's up?
Hello, friends. I'm
Twitter
very
follow.
disappointed when Erica was talking about the blogs. No mention of log splitters? What the fuck?
I live for two Chaps blogs, two Chaps brands. Log splitting and whoa, that's a nice motorcycle.
Oh, baby, that's a nice motorcycle.
Every time I send an email out to new bloggers or just bloggers in general, one of my main points is always like, page views matter, of course, but Barstool is unique because if you write a fucking hilarious blog that only 100 people read, but they're core stoolies and they die laughing at it, that's the best thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I use Chaps as an example because those page views are at impossibly low page views. It's like more people can accidentally click on a post than read those blogs.
No,
they're so funny.
I wrote a blog last night about swinging sticks, and I thought it was one of the best things I've written in like 3 years. And I watched it because, like the top 5 blogs now go on the top thing. I was like, oh, that bad boy's going to take over soon. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe this thing is broken. I need to go to the actual dashboard and see what's going on. It didn't even show up in the top 50. But Caleb texted me. He's like, that was freaking hilarious. I'm like, I'm going to write the follow-up tomorrow.
I had to check to see if it was broken. I think it wasn't. I think maybe it like doesn't register below like a certain number because you didn't register.
Negative page views.
This is not a joke. There was quite literally a Francis blog above you in page views at that moment.
Now I think that was just mean. Like you took it to a spot where we were just joking around being friends to a mean spot.
No, the whole point was those are the best. I was saying how funny they were. I use those as examples.
Dude, you had the one the other day with the old stoolies who found a very unique way to move water. That was unbelievable. Unbelievably funny.
We got Mrs. Chaps in the building here too. How is quarantine life going with,
hey, Mrs. Chaps.
A lot of time being spent, but Chaps, you're always kind of doing this, obviously remotely, but all the kids home, including your husband, who I'm going to qualify as a kid as well. So how are you guys holding up? Or I guess, really, what is it like for you guys? It's not nearly as bad as this shithole up here. So are you guys still out and about?
No.
No?
We're not out and about.
We haven't left in like 14 days, longer.
If it was like
15 days, haven't left the house.
Yeah.
I'm sanitizing our groceries.
Mhm.
Good Lord.
Well, that's
You got groceries?
Together all the time because I work from home too. So
Right.
there's no change here.
It's part of that 1,500 counter.
No.
Chap, I have a bone to pick with you.
What happened?
Yesterday, I watched a very enjoyable Periscope. But are you telling me the military claims throwing rocks at poles?
Big time. That's a huge military game. Been going on since World War II, pal.
Is that where I learned it as a child?
Probably from one of your veteran relatives, I would imagine. Rock
Really?
versus pole is huge. Have you ever played rock versus rock?
No, I don't think I played rock versus rock. It sounds like bocce, but
You just throw it. It's the same concept. It's just when you don't have a pole.
I remember just sitting in my backyard, always basically doing exactly what you did. I just sit in front of my basketball hoop. I sucked at basketball. I was pretty good at baseball, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna start throwing rocks at this thing.
The best thing was I explained to her the concept of being a boot, like being a brand new military person. And McCartney today was like, So when we go out there and play today, am I no longer the boot? And I'm like, no, you're the boot for like 3 years. And they're like, I got to pick up the rock for 3 years? It's like, oh, yeah.
I'm going to dance class.
Hey, can I just stay on and with Chaps? Do you have to kick me off?
Ordinarily, I would probably be about to kick you off, but you seem so incredibly desperate.
Let's keep on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted to see you guys. I apologize for being such a good
You don't
friend.
have a phone?
Like,
No, we text all the
I'm
time.
confused.
what? We text.
To talk to people.
We text. You think text is the same as this? At my wife? What do you get out of here?
Keith,
Why
I
don't
want
you
to speak to these every night if you want.
Yeah, we could FaceTime. We'll set up. We're gonna have a wine night with Big Cat. We're gonna have a wine night with Erica. We can have. Let's have a old fashioned night with Keith.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
That does. John could come too. Not you, Kevin, because you're gonna be a negative Nancy about it.
Yeah.
Well,
You can do anything you want with me. You can do anything you want if you invite me.
so before we went live, I was asking Chaps. We're drinking our pink Whitneys here. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. But I was asking Chaps what he was going to have. And you said you might mix up a little gin and tonic, huh?
Yeah, I like gin and tonics. I like palomas. That's what I actually made. A little bit of grapefruit juice, tequila, and some sparkling water.
Yeah, you did.
I feel like the gin move at home. I know a gin and tonic is a classic drink, but we were talking about this on CCK. The type of drinks that you have at a bar versus the type of drinks you make at home. You're opening up the gin at home, huh?
Well, gin and tonic's just so easy. Like it feels nice and breezy. It's not like heavy or anything like that. So you just take like 2 shots of Hendrix, put it in with a little bit of seltzer water and a slice of lime, and you got a cocktail brewing.
Look at you. You approve that, Keith? You down with that, Mr. Mixology?
Yeah, no, Chaps is my guy. Chaps has like the pass to do whatever he wants.
Oh, do
That's
I?
very rare that you get. Do you? I don't even know. You get espresso martinis. That's fine. I don't know if you're like versatile. Do you drink anything else?
Miller Lite, Coors Light.
I was bored earlier today, and I was just reading about drinks because I didn't want to drink yet. So I was just reading about alcohol.
That's so sad. That's like quarantine life. Just what can I get into? What time is it? It's 11:47. I think I'll read for 13 more minutes.
Time to read about a couple of cocktails. I was just reading about the martini, and this sentence here really spoke to me. The classic martini calls for gin. Some people love it, while others feel like drinking gin is a bit like biting a pine cone. Gin is full of botanical flavors, which are mostly juniper forward. It's the friend who's always wearing a bright, funky colored shirt, and despite how much you hate it, it just works. I was like, I'm gin. Perfect.
I'll show you the best shit.
If I had to label myself as a personality for alcohol, I'm a gin. It's a fucking pain in the ass and you hate it, but sometimes it just works.
You're not a pain in the ass. You're a delight to be around. You're like a nice little cotton candy vodka.
Cotton candy.
Like a pink Whitney, perhaps.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you, New Amsterdam. Well done. Speaking of, we got to bring up.
I
I
almost said something pretty dumb. Credit to the EIC.
Say it. How stupid are you? Say it.
It wasn't a say. I was gonna show something, but then I remembered.
Yeah.
How we make our money, basically, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So don't even worry about it.
And so that's why we're going to bring Grinnell in here. I'm sorry, Keith, but you do have to get the boot. So we will.
Grinnell?
Yeah, for Grinnell.
Kick off for Grinnell?
You are because
Are you fucking kidding?
Whitney,
You're
pal.
kicking me out for Grinnell. Not Biz, not Whitney. You're kicking me out for Grinnell.
Grinnell.
You can't be fucking serious. Grinnell, get out of here.
I think that's reasonable.
Grinnell.
That's reasonable slander, I think.
You just fucking gave him the boot, Nick. I love that. Literally got ejected. That's our first ever Friday Night Pints ejection.
I'll take that.
Let's pour another shot.
Yeah, I'm supposed to cook dinner after this. I'm gonna be rightly drunk.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
Ooh, man.
Does not deliver to San Antonio yet.
We will be getting Drizzly soon. Yeah. Grinnell, we had to have you on because it's a Chiclets product, and we wanted
Sponsor
to make
related. I know. I'm only on because of the sponsor. I understand that.
You do know the score. And actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. Like, you're very, very open about being so grateful to Biz and Wit. but you also got to understand that you're a bit of a plan B, right? You know?
Oh, I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I compare myself to the freshman on the varsity hockey team. I'm just happy to be here. Like, I shouldn't be on the team, but like, I'm happy. I just keep my mouth shut until coach is like, all right, Grinnell, get out there. We're up 10-0. And then I'll go out there. Or like, I'll serve a penalty. Like, I'm kind of like serving a penalty now. Like
at the end of the game.
Like Biz got kicked out of the game for fighting, and I'm just stepping in here to serve his penalty.
I mean, that's a beautiful life right there. I wouldn't be complaining about that at all either.
Yeah, I mean, I get vodka delivered to me whenever I want. They bought me a nice watch.
Yeah, you get Rolexes.
Yeah,
I got a Rolex. Like, life's pretty good.
Adam
Yeah, man.
actually sitting there, like you just happen to have your Rolex right next to you.
He wears it. Wears it, Mrs. Chaps,
I
everywhere.
wear it every day. I wear it all day, every day.
Weren't you wearing it at the pond hockey tournament?
Yes, and yes, I was.
I
And then
think I'm
someone
down
was
with
like,
Rolex
Grinnell, where's
shirt.
your Rolex? And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. I don't know where the Rolex is.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You're how old are you?
I'm 27 now. I'm older than
You're getting up there. Okay.
I know. I get to talk from Wit and Biz now, where they're like, you can't just be that like kid anymore. Like, you got to be an adult now.
Well, I don't know. I feel like-
Fucking tell Biz and Wiz to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is a big time grown up.
Children.
that's real rich coming from those guys who are, millionaire professional athletes who have no fucking idea what the regular world is like at all. So I don't know.
Watch that slander. Watch the slander. I'm still their guy here.
I feel like
No, it's not an insult to them. Like, I'm also a child. Most people here are children, except for Chaps and Mrs. Chaps. Like, you are. Like, I'm a child. So, like, I'm never going to tell someone they need to grow up. But it is funny that you're 27 because I always think of you.
You're not a child. You're a beautiful gin.
as one of the kids. But the weird thing is, all the kids at Barstool, people I think of as kids.
Yeah. Well, I think
Dana,
Except for Glenny Boss. Glenny Boss still counts.
how old is he?
Glenny's, I think, 2 years younger than me.
yeah. So Glenny's like 24, 25.
Yeah.
26 is your first real adult year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's when you're on the off your parents' insurance.
I feel like the Dana B, Marty Mush, and Grinnell are like the fake kids. Like, I think they're like 22 and they're just not.
How about speaking of Dana B?
If I could grow a beard.
Today someone tweeted Dana B's high school yearbook picture or something like that.
Unbelievable.
And it had his full name in it. And it dawned on me that in my phone I have him as Dana Jacobson. Because I saw his last name started with a B. It's like Dana Bowery or whatever it is. I've had him in my phone as Dana Jacobson the whole time. I believe
Dana Jacobson.
she was the host of Cold Pizza on ESPN, I think.
Yeah, she's an ESPN actor.
It was just like
I knew I heard the name before, but I didn't know they work for us.
That's very funny. But listen, Grinnell, I mean, Pink Whitney is what? It's like the fastest selling liquor of all time, right? It's like more bottles than every other major brand ever.
Yeah, it's actually funny. When we were in Philadelphia one time, we were out at dinner, and a girl came up to our table and was like, pointed at Ryan and was like, "Are you the vodka guy?" And like, that's like never happened before. Like, to be like, "Are you the vodka guy?" Like, the guy was on the U.S. Olympic team. He does the biggest hockey podcast in the world, and they're like, "Are you the vodka guy?"
That's similar to Portnoy, though. I mean, Portnoy wrote 100,000 blogs, made a zillion videos, and now he's known as the pizza guy. Which I don't know. To be honest, like, his pizza shit's funny, but
If
he's
your pockets look like either one of them, you're fine. Like, you could be whatever guy you want to be. If your pockets look like Whitney's or Portnoy's.
Listen, if anybody wants to call me that guy about
Maybe
anything,
the intimate donut guy.
okay with it. That's fine. That means you're doing something.
Kevin's
right.
going to be the donut guy.
I'll take it, man. Listen, the only time I've ever been that guy, it's something that I did not want to be known for. So anything other than that, we can keep it moving. Everybody's happy otherwise. But yeah, I think things are going pretty well for the Chicklets gang. Anything big coming up for you guys? How's quarantine life with Chicklets?
Dude, it's like what does Bane say? He's like, I was born in the darkness. Like, we were born for this shit. Like, I've recorded in my apartment like every episode. So we've been doing this forever. So it's really no different for us. It's just easier to get guests now for us because no one's doing anything.
So that's true.
easier for the Chicklets gang in quarantine?
Yeah, I would say it's easier for us.
That's
How's the boy Rude Boy doing?
Rudy,
Come on in, Rudy,
Rudy, come here.
and bring that slut Felicity.
I think Rudy's struggling.
Oh, yeah?
Rudy's the Hinge king. Rudy's the dating the internet dating king, and he can't go on Tinder.
Rude boy, how you doing?
Rudy fucking cracks me up. Just walking out here made me laugh.
What are we talking about?
How are you holding up in quarantine life? How's that Hinge life going now?
I'm doing good, man. I mean, a lot of time I write in a journal.
I wake up every morning to him talking to his plant.
Wait. You write in a journal?
Yeah, dude, there's just nothing but time. I read my plant her horoscope every morning. I write in my journal at night.
Are you recording every night? You need to read your journal out loud and make that a series.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
That's
Go read
content.
read us a passage.
I can't read you. It's like
personal.
really deep, dark, like thoughts. I don't know.
That's what I want to hear.
I would watch the fuck out of Rudy's diary every night.
Go get it.
I'll read it. I'll do it tonight.
Rudy, you came out here strutting like a I don't even know what you kind of looked like. You look just perfectly Denver right now. You like come out, you're kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow. You kind of got like a high strut. Like,
Well,
what's
Rudy's
up, how you been? He's like, "I've been
Rudy's probably the hottest dude at Barstool. No doubt.
It sucks how cool he is. It sucks living with someone that's way cooler than you because, like, he leaves his national championship ring out on the table, and I know he does it on purpose. I know it's
Why would you
an
not?
alpha move that's just like, hey, I won one of these, and you didn't even come close to playing Division 3.
Listen, if you're gonna bring the Rolex around, he's putting out the ring. That's only fair.
Yeah, but the Rolex was given to me. I didn't earn this. He earned that.
Yeah, that's different.
Mine was
No,
kind of
that's different for sure.
All right, so listen, it's been great with both you guys. We're gonna take both you guys out, bring the chicks in the office back in. So, Chaps, Mrs. Chaps, thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Rude Boy and Grinnell, thank you.
Enjoy your pink Whitney.
Absolutely.
See ya, fellas.
Let's
Great
bring
to
the
see everybody.
Fran and Rhea join us now. No. Whoop. There we go.
There we go.
Finally! Oh my God! I thought
Everybody wanted to
were going to
shut
be
up.
called in.
We were running a little late.
And then you said Rudy. I was like, my God, he doesn't shut up. They're never going to get off.
I think Rudy was on a lot of mushrooms there. Rudy had a real I've
I'm
had
high
a
as
couple.
fuck. Yeah.
Rudy likes a lot of actually not mushrooms, edibles. Rudy
Edibles,
just likes
yeah.
to nibble on those bad boys.
Fights we got to do too. So
Double.
One.
Cheers, everyone.
first of all, let me just say you both look gorgeous.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
I know that quarantine life, a lot of girls are worried about their eyebrows and their hair and their, you guys look great.
Thank you. I am really, really nervous about my hair. I'm about to be a brunette. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Rhea, you very strategically have your roots cut out of the frame.
Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose, but thank you for pointing that out, Fran. I'm struggling with that, but I realized, you know what? When I'm out of here, the post-quarantine glow up when I first get my highlights done is going to be unbelievable. Like I'm just going to feel like $1 million. And
I didn't know you were a brunette, nor did I know you were a model until our recent until tomorrow post or something like that.
Those
John.
pictures are so good.
Crushed it.
I mean, what a shot. Those looks that you were serving. Oh my God.
The fact that you thought I was a natural blonde is concerning because nobody
didn't,
thinks
like,
that ever.
Look, here's the deal with me.
I'll take it as a compliment because that's the first time
Yeah,
anybody's ever thought
big
that.
sign that like boys can't tell. They're like, I've only known her as a blonde, therefore she's blonde.
Like, it's just whatever you tell me is the truth. I'm so gullible and naive and stupid that just whatever you tell me something, I'm like, perfect. That's great. That makes sense. Like it's on you. You lied to me. I didn't get tricked. You told me you lied. I believed it.
I didn't lie. I just never told you anything.
Right.
Lie by
You're a hair lie.
Listen, if you're ever in a fight with your boyfriend and he says, "Oh, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you," that doesn't fly. So
Yeah,
that's what we're here, okay?
Yeah, you're not going to get past me, John.
How's quarantine life with Handsome Hanko?
Fantastic. Honestly, we were just talking about it. Our apartment has turned into a fun house. Like,
Really?
like our
Yeah.
room, I have these funky lights, and
Yeah,
I
what is
hung up like I
That's
And
awesome.
One day I was laying in there. I was like, I gotta redo everything in here. Like, it just looks like a guy's apartment who doesn't care. And I was so cool with that for so long, but I was so bored. It's like I almost felt this coming. I did it like 2 weeks before all of this. It's like, we just gotta redecorate it. And Hank was like, okay, go ahead. I don't care. I redid the whole thing, ordered a fireplace. So like the bedroom's popping. Then we have like, John has been to my apartment. He knows when we walk in, there's like a open, no, not, yeah. John's coming over when Hank's not around.
Yeah, John's been here. He knows.
We have like a walk-in room, but there's nothing going on in there. So we now made that the streaming room. And then in our living room, we have darts hanging up now. So it's there's a lot going on. There's so much to do, so much room for activities.
And you guys are fucking shooting Hank Scorsese's out there shooting
I would like to say,
unbelievable.
like, and me and Hank were talking about this. He was like, people are giving me more credit than they should. Like, I just held the camera. Like, I edited it. Like, I like
Rhea,
put
can
it
I ask
all
you a question?
together.
Can I ask you a question?
But he did a great job filming.
Okay, I want to ask you a question about it because my whole family was texting me today, like, that was so good, had to read to do that. And then my mom told me to ask you because I forgot. To clarify for the people, did you memorize every line and then say it, or did you have cue cards?
I'll show you what I did.
Okay.
There's a little behind the scenes.
Because, I mean, that
made.
was a minute long. That's fucking hard to memorize the whole thing.
It was spot on.
Do you have a teleprompter going?
I wrote this out. Wait, sorry.
Went full iPad. Love it.
I wrote this out last night, and I sat up and I memorized it.
So you did memorize it?
Yeah.
You memorized? That's crazy. You
I
can
wrote
heavily edited.
She's a
Guys,
performer.
Rhea, you saw the child model pic. She was also a child actor. This is her thing.
John, your favorite movies, I auditioned for them. You have no idea. I auditioned for more movies than you could imagine. And
Like
TV
what?
shows. Have you seen Vacation with Ed Helms? And it was like the remake Vacation.
Yeah.
I auditioned for the part with the young boy. He meets the girl, and she's like flirting with him. You know, I don't know. I forgot her name. Salt. I auditioned for young Angelina Jolie.
Come on.
I auditioned for.
Oh my God, they're
seriously every single movie. Heroes Reborn, the new show when Heroes came back. I auditioned for that.
Bunch of Disney stuff.
I strive to one day have young Rhea's confidence. Like I'll be young Angelina. What up over here?
Are you kidding me? I
wasn't
think we all need to be like 12-year-old Rhea confident.
Yeah. This is what happened. You have to get headshots done. You send them to an agency. An agency wants to sign you. And then from that point on, the agency takes over and sends your headshot out to casting directors. And then you get called for that audition. So the Angelina Jolie one, only 8 girls auditioned. And I was one of them, which was crazy.
Top 8.
So wait, when you like started to intern at Barstool, were you like bringing that all back? Were you like, all right, I can do this shit? Or were you just kind of like, was that already like done and over?
I had emailed my manager and I was like, listen, like I started working at this place called Barstool. Like I gained a few thousand followers. At the time I had like not that many followers. I was an intern and I was like, I gained a few thousand followers. And she was like, okay, here's a script. Like, I want to see where you're at. And honestly, I just never sent it back. Like, and that haunts me to this day that like, I just never sent her the script back of me doing it. But things were going so well at Barstool that I was like,
yeah.
And then when you meet with Dave and he's like, at the time he was like, agent, you have an I was only an intern. He didn't really like, so I was like, hey, I guess I'm going to get rid of that. And it's worked out for me. So.
And Rhea, also, I feel like now we have so many opportunities where where people have asked like, oh, do you want to interview blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I used to do acting class with them. Like,
yeah.
So, and they're in these different roles that are kind of like, I mean,
it's so true.
They're like, but Rhea's like, people are like, Rhea, do you want to interview them?
The craziest story I have is, this is the last thing I'll say about it. You know Alexander Daddario?
Yeah.
The story?
The story, should I tell it?
Okay, tell it.
Okay. So we had the same manager, and I used to go to acting class every single week with her brother, Matt Daddario, who was on Shadowhunters. I don't know if you've seen that show on Freeform. It's Alex's brother. So I used to go. Are you okay, John?
I closed my eye thing in my lip.
Oh, you idiot!
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, oh my god, he really likes Matt D'Addario. I used to be in acting class with him every week, and our acting teacher's name was Anne Raytrey, who is Devin Raytrey, who's in Home Alone.
Buzz.
His mom, Buzz.
Yeah.
So she was my acting teacher. And she used to do this thing around Christmas time. Always around Christmas time, she would make people do commercials. We never did commercials. We only worked on scenes, improv, never commercials. This time we did Clementine commercials. And it was just me and Matt D'Addario for some reason. Like people were running late. Like it was like around the holiday season. So people were gone. And I was in like 8th grade. And she was like, do you know what like an orgasm is? Yeah, like I was like really young. She was like, do you know what like an orgasm is? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, I want you to like each time you like take a piece of the Clementine, like act like you're having an orgasm, like as you eat it. And this was in front, and she was like, okay, you're gonna do this in front of Matt. And I just like he was like, I can't watch this because I was doing it and I was so young. And he was like, I don't want to watch this.
Matt was like,
he was older. Like it was so
You're 12 years old and you're doing this?
I was really.
And
if you were in 8th grade, you were probably 12.
Yeah,
it was a female teacher telling you to do this?
Female teacher.
All right.
And she was really old. Like she was old, like old school. Like
apparently,
yeah. Tell kids to have orgasms.
That's old school.
Old school.
Back when it was normal, like, hey, kid.
I was abused as a child. Like I don't remember it as that. I was acting. Which I don't
owning my craft.
Francesca, you're down in Florida, right?
John, I wish I was in Florida.
Sure.
I'm on Long Island. I am at my boyfriend's house.
Oh, you tricked. I think you had like an Instagram story of a beach.
It's a beach. It's a beach on Long Island.
Nice.
My family's in Florida. My sister's down there, but I just I waited too long to the point where flying was just like not acceptable anymore. So
I was expecting like Francation to be like for the duration of quarantine on like the Amalfi Coast or something.
Kevin, if Italy wasn't close.
Oh, yeah, bad choice. But you know what I mean.
It wasn't worse than this, but no, I mean, my parents are in Florida. I wish I was, but it's not bad. Like we got some water.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it could be worse. Like,
yeah, I mean, I could be in my apartment.
Right.
Like the three of us.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot worse than the beaches of Long Island. So
no, and thank God, like I feel great about being actually kind of in a house, like being outside. Like today was so nice. Like we'd go outside, go for a walk.
And you guys, I mean, there's been like major news since the quarantine for you guys to work with.
God bless Kim Kardashian. Like
I mean, I'm happy to have you guys right now because I never really got a chance to watch it. What did Mason Disick do? He just grabbed his phone and popped on?
Okay, I'll explain it. So Mason created his own Instagram account, Mason Disick Official. He did this on his own.
And he's 10, right?
He's 10. He did it on his own.
He doesn't know how to fake an orgasm yet.
He did it on his own, and he went on Instagram Live and was like answering questions. And somebody asked, like, are Kylie and Travis still together? And he was like, no, Kylie and Travis aren't together. Like, quick answer, moved on to the next question. But then Courtney went on Instagram Live and explained that she had no idea that Mason did this. He doesn't even have a phone. Like, how did he make this Instagram account? And so he made the Instagram account. And so she's like, I took away the Instagram account. He doesn't have that anymore. Instagram account's been taken away. So then in the past, like a couple months ago, he had made a TikTok and had gotten the TikTok taken away. I also think that had to do with age stuff with TikTok. And so he got back on his TikTok and was like, if I still had my TikTok, I'd have millions of followers by now. So he went live on his TikTok and was like, he was like, no one can hold me down.
He's a renegade. I love it.
So now probably
not give up the fight.
So wait, do we think that this is like the Kardashians are pimping out the next generation, or we really think he's going?
No, I don't think they want him on at all. I think they're trying because
they want those kids on a tight leash. Like Mason is.
He doesn't understand the concept of a secret yet. I don't think so. He's just out here like saying, "Oh, Kylie and Travis aren't together," and usually that's something I think the Kardashians would keep a secret. They would be like, "Oh, we don't know." They want people to watch the show.
And I love that when he was on TikTok too on live, somebody asked him like, "Are you on the new season of Kardashians?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm on it."
somebody was like, "I seen you on Keeping Up with the Kardashians." He goes, "Yeah, I'm on that show."
He's like, "Yeah, I'm on that show."
My show.
What an asshole! I love him.
Yeah, he's incredible.
I'll tell you, the Kardashians is a funny thing because I've never seen. I've probably never seen more than 10 continuous seconds of that show. But everything I hear about, I love. I just can't. Like, everything I'm like, oh, that's.
I know. I mean, their 18th season premiered last night. I watched it today. They're still as entertaining as ever. They do a great job. They do.
You think, we were arguing on the rundown, and I know you had Dave on the show. Dan was firmly like, "This is all Kardashians working it. Like they leaked it, even though they look bad. They're doing it for the premiere." Do you think that? I don't think that.
Personally, I actually do lean on Kardashians doing that one, only because of the timing of the new season.
Right.
I think that they're
even though they look like bad.
Totally, but I think Kim has just realized that and also knows that she's done so much stupid shit in the past that like people are going to watch anyway. Like it's not if she could do something so bad, like I'm so hard on Taylor's side, but like I'm still watching every episode of the Kardashians. Like I'm not gonna watch. So.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad enough. Like I think it was, but it wasn't bad enough to like bail on someone.
Yeah, exactly. So with the timing was weird. I think it was definitely them. And then Kim said like this is Kanye's private. How did Taylor get that?
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it all is super shady, and it just it's great for you guys though.
We needed something like that.
We are now going to bring in our finale guest, special guest surprise. We'll keep the girls on for a little bit because I'm sure they won't.
God, I don't know what the special guest surprise is.
We got Chrissy D in the building. Chris Distefano.
Yes, Chrissy Drift Drop.
Chrissy Quarantine.
What's up, everybody? How you doing, boo-boos? How we doing, little baby boo-boos?
My little quarantine monkeys, my baby boo-boos.
How's my puppy's cough? How's my little puppy's bronchitis?
Chris Distefano checked in on me more often than my own mother did when I was sick. Every single day. How's the cough, boo-boo? How's the cough, baby?
Did you really?
He really did.
Yeah.
What a
I
guy.
care about it.
Why are you
Feidelberg, why are you growing a Hitler mustache for the quarantine?
It's an anti-Hitler. What are you talking about?
Dude, you're going you're going full German?
No, it's the fucking this is how Feidelberg I am. I refuse to grow hair below my nose.
I appreciate
it. Is quite a gap right here.
Yeah, no, in solidarity with my people who aren't actually my people.
I didn't realize how weird it was until now.
I know, me neither, Rhea. Now that I'm really
now I'm looking at him disturbed.
Well,
it's bad.
He said you're not shaving at all for quarantine, right?
Yeah, I'm just letting it go. We'll see what happens.
Yo, Feidelberg, I want to get in that gap.
Yo, with that hair right now, kid, I'd let you. That hair is looking good.
I'm not getting a haircut till they find a cure.
You did quarantine hair, right? Who was the winner? What'd you give him?
I gave this kid his name on Instagram as Pierogi Poppy. I guess he's one of our Polish brothers, and he looked so fucking wild. His hair he had it like in a messy bun, and I just thought, and his face was he was swollen. He said he had got stung by a bee before that, so he was all swollen. So I just was like, you know what, this kid's the winner. But people are still doing it. Quarantine here. I tried to get another one to catch on called Quarantine Omelet, like Florentine Omelet, and that didn't work. But quarantine hair. So if you want to send them. Post your quarantine hair.
Now, is this quarantine hair, or did you do this? Because this is maybe the best your hair's ever looked, and you always have great hair.
Bubbies, this is just me. This is me. I took a shower this morning, and I'll tell you what this exactly is. This is me not running out of actual running out of actual soap and shampoo. So I've washed my hair with my daughter's shampoo, her little Ducky Johnson & Johnson shampoo, and this is what comes out.
This shit is great, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. I love that. It's so soft.
Yeah, dude.
All right, we're gonna chat it up with Chris for a little bit, but we thank you girls for coming on. Make sure you
Bye.
in the office. Thank you.
Thank
And,
you. See you later, ladies.
Now let's
Listen,
get
now that
rid
they're
of the girls so that we can get real fucking gay with it now.
Yeah, let me guys ask you a question. This is a serious question. Now, I know it's very easy to say, STD, but I have it can't be an STD. I'm clean. I'm Chrissy clean, but I do have a pimple on the shaft of my penis.
Oh,
now, have you guys ever gotten that?
I've never gotten shaft. I've gotten like inner thigh. I've gotten like maybe like borderline sack, but I don't think I've ever hit the shaft with it.
What about you, KFC? Can you help me out?
I've had like like on the sack, but not on the penis.
That's a problem if it's on the shaft, right?
Yeah, I think so because I got worried about mine and it just turned out to be like just a pimple. Are you sure yours is a pimple?
I mean, it's got to be. I mean, I'm
Does it so, Chris? Because you have more STDs than anybody I ever know. So does it have to be?
But I'm clean. I've test results clean from a month ago and been celibate since.
Oh, well, there you have it. So
Well,
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that's
yeah,
a pimple then.
scientifically, then you just got a dirty dick. I don't know
Is
what's
it one of those ones that's fucking hard as shit to pop too? Like you just squeezing it and yelling in the shower, you're like, ah!
Well, that's the thing. It's painless. So I don't know.
Ah.
You know what? Show me. Just take it out. Let me see it.
No, I'll send you pics. I've taken some nice HD pics. I had a photographer come over. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. These guys want to make
like, is it like the what's his name? Feits Nacho with the pearl in his dick?
Well, that dude's dead as hell. That dude's dead as hell.
Yeah, he's big time dead.
I forget his name. I don't think it's Nacho. No, I don't think it's Nacho. But
you know what I mean? Is it like that? That's like the
kind of. No, it's small, babe. It's just a little baby one. Could it be the herp? It can't be the herp, right?
No.
You tell me, Chris. You would know better.
No, herp's open wounds. It's not like pimples like that.
Could be syphilis.
Could be that. No, dude. I think all the time I had a buddy who. Oh, look at those things.
Painted those nails, Poppy. Yeah, I'm transitioning. While I'm in quarantine, I'm transitioning. Go ahead. Sorry.
I had a buddy who thought he had syphilis, right? So we go out in Boston one night and get all fucked up.
Before you tell the story, syphilis is like that's a bad one, right?
Well, no, it's a Z-Pack too.
Oh, I thought syphilis was like, don't you die from that back in the day?
Well, yeah. Before our medication, you die from a cough back in the day.
Well, yeah, so, I just thought of syphilis is like
it's old school syphilis
with the skin falling off. Anyway, go with your story. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he had before he'd come up to party. He's from the Cape. Before he'd come up, he'd noticed a couple of fucking like red spots on the bottom of his foot, and he gets all fucked up, does a bunch of coke, and decides he's got to go to the hospital because he saw on the bottom of his feet he had a bunch of red dots. Convinced it was syphilis. So he goes to the hospital to get tested for syphilis, right? They're like, no, dude, it's a fucking athlete's foot, but we can't let you leave because your heart's about to beat out of your fucking chest.
Yeah, don't check yourself into any medical spots or any law enforcement when you're fucking whacked off coke.
Yeah, he was on. He's like his blood pressure was like 10,000. He's like, yeah, it's on cocaine though. Don't worry about it. Just let me go. It made him stay like 2 nights there.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yo, so we had a discussion not too long ago talking about business and stuff. Is that out there or no? We're not talking about that?
Yeah, no, we can't talk. Not yet.
Okay, just big things coming for Chrissy D. I wanted to let the world know, but just know that Chris.
I know it's not huge, but it's a nice move for me. And we just we can't say because we haven't told the people we need to tell yet. So
yeah,
it's going to be a little Pearl Harbor sneak attack.
I just wanted to make sure people know that Chris Distefano is going to be the biggest thing in comedy in a couple years.
100%.
I like dropping that line that we haven't told the people who need to know yet. Like that's what you tell girlfriends on the way when you got a new girlfriend. You're like, look, we can't go public with this just yet. I haven't told the people who need to know about this.
Yeah. We're just waiting for this quarantine to lift, and then we're going to be like, listen, the good news is the quarantine's over. The bad news is we're out of here.
How is quarantine?
It's been all right, man. I mean, it's been like, my daughter, she was sick. She had strep throat, but now she's much better. So we decided, rather than taking her back and forth to each apartment, we'd just stay in one place, keeping her by her mom's house. And it's been good, come in, see her. Everything's been good here. She's much better now. The doctors actually the pediatrician said last week that my daughter probably had it. And it's just but they couldn't test her. But they were just like, I think She probably does, but we can't test her. So just stay isolated for 14 days.
I think you're going to end up hearing a lot of that. I still think I got the test negative, but people said I was doing it. The thing went in my nose wrong. And I'm like, I had every fucking symptom. I think you're going to find out a lot of people had it and probably didn't even realize. But
do you feel much better now?
Yeah. I mean,
you're coughing so much less. Even just when we recorded on Wednesday, Wednesday was a big cough day. I
mean, I couldn't go like 2 or 3 sentences without fucking coughing. I feel bad for the listeners. It was probably a terrible podcast. But yeah, I mean, I'm totally back to health now. And I'm just
Feito, you have no symptoms? Feidelberg has nothing.
Dude, I haven't gone outside. I locked myself down. And that's honestly, it's not even because like I'm scared of it, although I am, to be clear. But like I was talking to my dad about it today. Like, I don't want to get it and know I gave it to someone who then died.
Right.
Because that
when is actually the last physical time you went outside?
I went out last Saturday, so almost a week now.
So a week you've been in there. Do you have a backyard to breathe fresh air?
Fuck no, I'm in an apartment.
He has literally been in a one room, right? Like your bedroom and your living room. That's it.
Yeah. No, you know what? Actually, I might have gone out to get wine Tuesday. Over the last 2 weeks, I haven't been further than across the street, and I've only been twice.
Wow.
I mean,
how have you been eating?
You've probably been like 2 weeks. You've probably been outside a total of what, like 10 minutes?
Not even, I bet. Maybe about 10 minutes.
Do you miss outside? Do you just like want to go see what the corner looks like, or you don't care?
No, I don't really care.
Nice.
Are you an outdoors guy, Chris?
I'm an outdoors guy, and the best part about where my kid's mom lives is she has a backyard, so we could just come. That's where I'm at right now, just right in the backyard. Can breathe the air, no problem. But I'm not.
I'm an outdoors guy. I like the outdoors need to wow me though. Like I like going on mountains. I like going to I like seeing the ocean. I like seeing sights. I don't just need air.
Right. When you walk outside, you see fucking 35th Street. It's like,
gross.
Whatever, dude.
Have people been like going on like Tinder and like hooking up with girls and doing that? Have any of your fans said like, yeah, I have randos coming in?
So we did a poll on our Instagram and said, be honest, we're not going to put your name out there if you have done it. We just want to know the info. Have you hooked up with someone that you shouldn't be hooking up with? And it was like 85% said like, no, they're following the rules. I don't know if I believe that.
Interesting.
I don't know if yesterday, I don't know if it was like a full moon or if it was just that it's been a certain amount of time. But I think yesterday was the horniest day in recorded history.
Yeah.
I think everywhere I looked, I don't know why. It was just everywhere I looked on the internet, it was like this sign up for my OnlyFans and this porn over here and this guy's shooting his shot. And like, it just seemed like the whole world was like, we need to fuck.
Right. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. Like, it must have been 3 or 4 days ago, and this is, not even trying to be funny. 9 times I jerked off.
No.
9? Yeah. 9's a good number.
Wow, somebody on the balcony just heard me say that, and they walked inside their apartment. Like, it was so funny. She literally just got it.
9 is you're a 30-something-year-old man now. That's not, when you're 20, it's one thing.
But I told you about my Cowper's gland and my sperm and how I work, right?
No, I don't think you did.
Chrissy Cowper's gland. So what happened is, what's going on with me?
I'm going to Google this as you talk.
Okay, so the Cowper's gland, which makes sperm, COWPERS, my Cowper's gland, I got a hyperactive Cowper's, and I've had it since I'm a kid. So what happens is it means like I can shoot glue, like I'll shoot like a load of glue, but then it takes a while to refill it again because it's so big. But as I've gotten older, and the doctor said this would happen to me when I was a teenager, as I've gotten older, things shrink as you age. Just a normal aging process. My Cowper's gland's getting smaller, so I'm still making glue, but it needs to be shot out quicker. So I'm actually more horny and get like more boners and come more as I'm getting older. It's like a Benjamin Button thing.
You're Benjamin Button with your fucking dick.
Dude, you went from having a fucking 9mm, now you're out there with an AK. Just gotta fire it fucking off.
They told me because this
was enough of an issue as a teenager that you like discussed it with your doctor?
No, what happened was because I got like 2 or 3 different girls pregnant and they were all on birth control. So what happened was
that super sperm.
Right. So they were like, so when they checked it, they saw that I had so much sperm, and then they did all these tests and they're like, yeah, it's because you have this overactive Cowper's gland. They saw it on an MRI. They're like, it's huge. So that's why. And then the doctor explained to me like that it's very, very rare. But when they do see it, it's like a guy like me remains fertile to sometimes in his 80s. He can remain fertile into his 80s.
No,
it's possible.
Distefano, this is like. I can't believe you didn't just chop it off then and be like, look, I'm done taking risks at this point.
Now I probably will. It's got a pimple on it.
I was going to say, between the STDs, the super sperm, I mean, that thing is literally a weapon of mass destruction.
Guy, my dick's had coronavirus since I've been born. It takes people out.
For the folks who don't know, I mean, and I know you know this answer. How many inches is it?
I would say I'm 8.
I would say you're 9. I think you're being humble. It's maybe a fucking 9. Hammer.
Maybe 9. Yeah, listen, I know. You know, if we would have signed, if we would have signed with Barstool, I was going to tweet out the pic of me with my 9-incher and the Barstool T-shirt on that I took last year. But now we can't do it. But maybe we'll do it if Dave comes to his senses. That COVID fuck.
Maybe fucking one day the world will get that picture.
Yeah.
Gland, unleash it on the world.
Yeah, dude.
3 times. How old were you when you did those 3?
First girl was, I think I was like 20, and then like 23 and like 26 again. And it just, but I always knew, like, because girls would say, they'd be like, you have so much cum. And I just be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought it was normal. Like, I didn't talk about it, but I always knew. But here's the catch-22 though. I was a guy where I could do it, you know, even at 19, 20 years old, when you like can have sex like 20 times, I could only ever do it once. I would do once and then I couldn't do it again. There would be like no feeling in it for like another 2 days. So
2 days? Like an hour.
No, like a day or 2. So I just couldn't. So
John, write this down. This is an ATI question. Do you want to have like a super orgasm, but you can't come for another day? I mean, this is like a science experiment.
So the doctor told me, he was like, look, you're the guy. If a woman wants to have a family, you're the guy. You're good. You have a high rate of getting pregnant. But if you have
childbearing hips in your penis,
that's it. I've childbearing hips for
dude. Listen, you are a fucking handsome guy. You're funny as shit. You got charisma like crazy. You should be a sperm donor and tell the world, like, I got the best cum in the world.
Well, I did. I donated my sperm because I had so much of it. I did it. And they said, they told me, they were like, because of, you know, my level of education, because, you know, through graduate school and stuff, they said that would be, that I would probably be selected. My sperm would most likely be selected a lot. And they said, and then they were like trying to say, like, because I was like white with blue eyes, but they couldn't actually legally say that, but they were skating around that. They're like, and you know, other things. And I was like, oh yeah, I know what it is. And they're like, you have other features that women like. I'm like, oh, like, cause I look Aryan, and even they want to hate fuck my sperm. And so, but because of that, they said it would be hot. They predicted it would be highly sought after. So I chose to be 100% anonymous. So you can see like my eye color, my height, my weight, my level of education, all these different things about me, but there's no actual picture of me, and there's no I have no phone number.
Yeah, fuck that. You don't want anybody hitting you up. So wait. You mentioned the level of education. You're Christy. You're Dr. Chrissy, right?
I'm Chrissy Doctorate, and I have my doctorate degree in physical therapy, which is wild because now with all this stuff like Governor Cuomo. Wait, am I back?
Yes.
I'm back.
Yeah.
What did
you get me? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
Hold on. Boom. Okay.
Good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Governor of New York, Governor Cuomo, he sent an email to everybody who's a retired health professional. He sent us emails and wants us to do our license, like renew our license again because of what's going on. So I may just fucking renew the physical therapy license, get back out there, start massaging nuts.
In the world, Chrissy D, the fucking healthcare worker. I love it.
Wait, I can't hear you now.
Well, we got to wrap it up anyway. So you are the fucking man. That was an unbelievable finale there. Thank you to everyone who joined for Friday Night Pints. Thank you to all the fans. And most importantly, thank you to Pink Whitney and New Amsterdam Vodka. We thank you guys so much. And we'll be back next week for week 3. We'll get a whole new roster for you. Make sure you tweet us all your pictures from tonight, #PinkPints, and let us know who you want for week 3. And Feidelberg, Love you, babe.
Love you too. See you later. We'll see you in a couple months, but I'll see you next week. I'll see you Monday, maybe Sunday.
See you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you later.
Oh wait, fuck, are we still live?
Yeah.
We got. Should we just talk about the show tomorrow or what?
Well, we don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some shit in the works. I alluded to it on Instagram Live. We got like a game show idea that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Awesome.
So be ready, because if this works the way we think it's gonna work, I think it's gonna be literally our best idea ever. So just be ready.
And guess what? We have some good ideas pretty often. This one's Kevin's, and Kevin just fucking. This is Kevin's. When, like I said to start the show, we'll bookend it here with how I knew when I said that Taylor tweet. I was like, she might respond to this. That was yours, where I was like, smoked it.
This is the one.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I love it. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Ready.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Probably. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We might debut it tomorrow. We might debut it Sunday.
Deal. See you guys then.